It is all too common for people to believe that debt of any kind is harmful and destructive. No wonder almost everyone, whether business-oriented or not, tries to avoid debt as much as possible. However, despite the negative perception about debt, more and more individuals fall into debt. This is due to pressing economic needs. I'm sure you've heard the expression, money is the root of all evil, which many people have believed for years. They even believe that having a large debt is normal and necessary. According to a Pew Charitable Trust report, 7 out of 10 people believe that debt is necessary for survival, even if they do not want it. But believe it or not, debt is slavery. That is true to some extent because when you are drowning in debt, your life is over. Your debts are not waiting for you while you try to pay them. They're expanding on a daily basis because no one lends money for free. Now, according to the same study, 80% of Americans are trapped in the grip of debt. The United States has accepted this. Total US consumer debt is nearly $15 trillion, which brings the average household debt to over $5,315. The US GDP is a little over $21 trillion, which means the entire economy consists of debt. An immense figure, right? But have in mind that debt is not always bad. That is a controversial viewpoint because the majority of our debt is bad debt. You most likely have credit card debt, a car loan, and possibly student debt. And you believe it will take decades to pay off all of these debts. But did you know that debt can actually be beneficial? Why did we say that debt isn't always a bad thing? To understand how debt can be beneficial, let's consider in this video how wealthy people use debt to make even more money. So get ready as we outline the various ways debt can make you rich. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Life of Luxury. Savor the flavor of exploring wealth, where we post videos about life and luxury. Join us on an exciting video as we explore the wonderful lives of the elite. We are absolutely thrilled to share our knowledge with you. If you are new here, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that we can continue to post videos on this channel. And don't forget to leave a comment and we'll make sure to engage and start some interesting discussions with you. First, a large portion of trade is based on debt. Although I personally think it's a terrible idea to borrow money to start a business, there are some industries, particularly traditional ones, where doing so is one's best course of action. Let's say you want to sell shirts. There's always a need for clothing. In an ideal world, you would take a flight to China or another country and locate a factory that makes shirts of that type with good quality and at a reasonable cost. Technically speaking, you will place your order, ship the items, and then distribute them to your customers. However, did you know that you don't actually need to pay for the goods in order to get them first? The majority of factories or manufacturing businesses treat their customers in this way. They are delighted to lend out their goods in exchange for future payments from customers. It is advantageous in that the client would pay the factory and borrow more products after selling the product in the US or any other country. In other words, the customer assisted the factory in selling its goods. This method is excellent because you are not investing your own money in this transaction. Selling is therefore one of the most important skills that you can learn. Second, consider the essence of refinancing. This is done with real estate debt, which is the best type of debt. If you don't have a mortgage, you're paying extra taxes. Rich people always have multiple mortgages to take advantage of all the tax breaks. So instead of paying the extra money for taxes, they can earn it as an extra dollar. So let me instead give you a more useful approach. In essence, This is how wealthy people amass wealth through real estate. For illustration, suppose you discover a property that is currently in poor condition and only costs about $500,000. You visit a bank and apply for a mortgage with a 20% down payment. As a result of its poor condition, you decide to renovate it, spending 10% of the house's overall cost. So when you refinance it, you will undoubtedly make money, and the market value of that property may rise to $700,000. As an example, let's say you're going to get an 80% mortgage, but 80% of $700,000 equals $560,000. A total of $400,000 will be paid to the first bank that provided you with your first mortgage. Now deduct another $50,000 for renovation costs, and you will be left with an extra profit of $100,000. You borrowed $100,000 and now have a property that you can rent out to build equity and generate passive income. Furthermore, because you have a mortgage, you get to avoid paying taxes. This is actually a common practice among property investors. Now, do you agree with me now that debt isn't always a bad thing? If you completely agree with me, don't forget to click the like button below. Next is hedge fund. When it comes to debt, hedge funds have a very different perspective than we do. They try to profit when businesses fail or go bankrupt. The big question is, how do hedge funds profit from debt? Assume you expect a certain stock such as Facebook to fall because you know Apple will announce that apps will no longer be able to track your online activities. Make privacy a top priority. This will significantly harm Facebook's business model. So you pick up the phone and click your broker to borrow a single share of Facebook from him. Let's say it costs $100, and you instantly sell it on the open market for $100. So you now have $100, however, you still owe one Facebook stock to your broker. Suppose you are correct and Facebook's stock price falls to $70 per share the following week. You spend that $100 to buy one Facebook stock for 70 cents because the price has dropped. Then return it to your broker and pocket the difference. In theory, it appears simple, but in practice, it is extremely difficult and risky. What happens if you're incorrect? What if the price doubles in an instant? You must still return that single Facebook stock to your broker and pay interest on the loan. What exactly does this mean? When you buy a stock and then try to sell it when it rises, the most you can lose is the amount you invested. However, if the price continues to rise, your losses will increase. Theoretically, you can incur unlimited losses because the stock price can rise indefinitely. However, if you have 100 analysts working for you, this strategy can make you a fortune. If you are interested in knowing how to play well with your money, either through investment of stocks, we have a special video titled Money Skills Everyone Must Know. Now, let's get back to the video. Next is Forex. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Forex, it is a market where currencies are traded. It enables global trade. For instance, you can use US dollars in China. Therefore, there is a market where anyone or any company can go and buy foreign currencies. And these currencies fluctuate depending on various factors. For example, the Fed raises interest rates. This will decrease the amount of dollars available on the market and, conversely, strengthen the US dollar relative to other currencies. So, you can earn a lot of money in this market if you can forecast which currencies will increase or decrease. Lastly, building a good credit score. Creditors use credit scoring systems to determine whether you're a good candidate for credit cards, auto loans, or mortgages. Credit scores can also impact the terms of credit that you are offered. A higher credit score indicates that businesses view you as less of a financial risk, increasing your chances of obtaining credit or paying less for it. Keep in mind that debt is a powerful resource. Debt is used in various ways by every successful business or entrepreneur. Of course, high interest rates are unavoidable because debts typically generate interest. However, in order to obtain a lower interest rate, you must reduce the risks associated with lending your money. How do you go about doing that? Create a track record of being a dependable borrower. To do so, you must focus on improving your credit score by paying your bills on time, reducing any outstanding balances, and avoiding new debt. Remember that building a good credit score will help you save money and simplify your financial life. Now we're curious. If you have any experience borrowing money to start a business, please let us know how you get money to finance your startup costs in the comments. We are also excited to inform you that we will be releasing another video in which we will share with you the smart ways to invest your money if you have an extra $1,000. So keep an eye out for that. That's it for now. If you enjoyed the video and found it useful, remember to subscribe to The Life of Luxury for more videos to help you explore the wonderful lives of the elite. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you won't miss out on any of our uploads. See you in our next video!